What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Colum Tyrrell Podcast. We're back. I'm on the road. I am on the road. Come see me, folks. 2024. It's the biggest year of my life. Busy-wise. I've got an agent. I'm a sellout. Corporate Collie. I signed for a company that fires everyone the second they have any tweets go viral or whatever, you know? So that's the company I'm with. The biggest company in the world. That the second I get accused of anything. But first of all, find something. Find something to cancel me for. Fucking go through the episodes to see if you found a single thing I've ever said that is warrant that could be taken out of context. Because the funny thing is even in context they're bad. That's the problem with my stuff is everyone's like, well, no, out of context, sure, he says that certain people look like certain things. Right? But in the context of the conversation, it's kind of like, it was meta. But for me, it's like, no. I was genuinely saying they look like fish. So find the clips, whatever you can, get me fired. Doesn't matter. It's good for the career. Getting fired from these things gives me like street cred. You know what I mean? It's like when a guy gets a neck tattoo. Looks good for him. What's going on there, David? You all right? I don't know why you're extra distracting me today. I don't know what's going on. No, you're just existing. Dave's back in the booth. There's really, I think I haven't worked with anyone in the booth in a while. And I like being on my own, farting, smelling my own shit. But I'm on the road. 2024, folks. We got Florida. I'm doing some Sunshine Festival. Everyone's going to be at that. It's me, Sean Gardini, Tim Butterly, Lemire, some other fuckers. So that's going to be in Tampa in January. And then I got loads of dates that they haven't given me the tickets yet. I'm going to be back in San Francisco. I'm going to be on Long Island, Governors. Those dates are up. I'm going up to Poughkeepsie again. I'm going to go to Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm going to go to Washington, D.C. All these dates. ColumTyrrell.com. You can sign up for the mailing list, and as soon as those tickets are available. But 2024 is going to be the one. And I don't know what date this is coming out in, but there's a good chance I'm in Denver right now. So come see me in Denver. I've got 4 gigs. Boulder, Fort Wayne, Comedy Fort something. Fort Collins, yes. I'm in Fort Collins, which is outside of Denver, and then I'm in Denver. And then Toronto for New Year's Eve. So come out to all those dates. Come see me on the road. The new hour is getting there. Within the next couple of weeks, it's going to be tight. And 2024, I'm snapping necks, collecting checks, baby. All right? No more messing around. I'm showing up. I'm making jokes about avocados and child rape. What is it? It's a little bit of both. I get to upset a little bit of every audience. That's the balance of me. There's a lot of my jokes come up and people go, I love the bit about washing your hands. Not so much of stuff about molesting little boys. And then other people come up and go, stuff about washing your hands is a little bit gay, huh? Stuff about molesting boys. I like that. That's what I'm into. Skanks fans. So come check out come check us out on the road. Oh, by the way, Midnight Circus, another success. I am the world's greatest producer. David Caggiano was there. David's on the booth. You were at the show. You were checking it out. I must say, at one point I looked over. You must have been really rolling in the. You were
I was rolling in the deep,
dude.
Like Adele.
You were rolling because I looked over at one point and you were like mauling into the. Dave was like sinking into the couch, kind of like a fuck. Like I just kept seeing, and then I look over and I go, "You're fucked up." He's like, "You're fucked up." Dude,
did you catch your move on camera? By the way, I forgot to ask you.
When I dropped the mic,
maybe the greatest athletic moment in comedy history. I'm not joking. From an athletic standpoint.
All right, so I'll talk to people through. All right, Midnight Circus, the weirdest show in town. It's a variety show that's mostly stand up. The acts I book are only weird acts. It's not all comedians. It's like all sorts of stuff. Magicians, jugglers, backflippers, dancers, singers. Every week, every show is different. And that's why we do it by number. It's Midnight Circus 4 we just did. Midnight Circus 5, I'm telling you. Midnight Circus 5 is when it finds its form. It's the bar mitzvah of It's becoming an adult. It's not just this childlike little show anymore. We're going crazy on the next one. Ticket price is going up, folks. Sorry. But there's no way for it to level up in terms of what we're doing. So next one, by the way, you've got time. It's not going to be till a few months into the next year. We're back at the stand. I'm going to do it during the week this time so that I've got 100% availability from the comedians I want. But the show is fucking fun. And there's no other show right now in New York or anywhere in America, I think, that matches it. It's completely unique. And we did it at Skankfest Vegas, which was the most chaotic one. And, you know, just with people throwing shit and just like lack of organization on the show. But everyone's also saying it was the most memorable show. And it's the same with the night. It's like not everything is good. And that's fundamentally part of the charm. You got to just accept that you're going to see 7 different things. And 2 of those things might be like just weird. It's not even like good, but it's weird. Like just like, what you call it when they twist all their arms around? A contortionist? A contortionist. Don't be twisting limbs. One of those limb twisters. So next one's gonna be good. The next one, I've got big plans for the next one. Who would be the ideal situation? So here's the way the show works: it's trippy lighting. Take shrooms if you can. Take too much shrooms. That's really the goal, is to like just get settled in. I wish it was like in a cinema or something, those cinema seatings, because then it's like more of an actual
melt into your seat.
Yeah, just go nuts, folks.
Yeah.
But of all the stuff I've ever done, it's got to be what I'm most proud of. Like, of all of the stand-up, sure, some jokes you go, that's a good joke. But overall, the podcast, very unfulfilling. The, stand-up can be, yeah, sure, it doesn't hit the standards that I want. If I ever release a special as good, something that like Burley we would do, sure. You know, like Ari has his Jew moment, which is just him all day, every day. But no, his Jew special, which was his like big artistic thing. But the Midnight Circus genuinely is the most fun. And it's the most exhausting fucking thing, because the problem is every show is different. So there's only so many times you can flip it on its head before you're kind of like out of ideas, because you're like, all right, if the first one we had all people like this, what about this one? We'll do it this way, you know? Because eventually it's going to be one of the shows where I'm going to show up. It's going to just be me for the whole show or something. There'll be no guests at all. It'll just be me hosting the whole show. But we're still learning on the ins and outs. But so on the show that we had, I went up, I hosted. I'm wearing my stupid circus outfit, which is getting more elaborate every episode, if you want to call it an episode of the show. I've got my homemade ringmaster costume. It's got the fucking gold shoulder pads. I have a top hat that I lost from the last show, so I've replaced it this time with like a furry Jamiroquai hat, which was pretty cool, because at one point a girl from the crowd got up and did a cartwheel on stage, flash her box to the whole crowd, which was a very funny moment, because she was like, I'm not doing a cartwheel, everyone's going to see my pussy. And I go, all right, fellas, everyone turn around, let her do her bits. And she was like, all right, cool, she did it. And then I was like, all right, fellas, who didn't turn around? And the whole crowd went, there's animals. Shroomed up animals, dude. There was an honor system that this little Asian girl was going to do a cartwheel, but her dress was going to show off her little Asian bits. And the whole idea was the men were supposed to turn around. Dude, no, it's not a turn neck in the place.
We were in the back going, yeah, yeah, yeah. We were crying.
Yeah, all the fellas on shrooms just abusing. I don't care if I'm on shrooms. That's also funny that I'm on shrooms too, and I've done shrooms more in the last year than nearly my whole life because of this show. And everywhere I turn, it feels like there's shrooms, and now I'm like the shroom guy. Also now, so my tolerance has gone through the fucking roof. So it's like it's hard for me to even really get as fucked up as I like to get fucked up. I like to get so fucked up that like I'm just like I just let go of things. Yeah. That's how, like, normally when I'm on shrooms, I'll have money and then I'll just like let go and let it fall on the ground, and I just walk away because I'm like, too much. It's just like I'll just drop my phone. I've done that with stuff where it's just like a full pack of cigarettes and I just my hands just open and it falls to the ground, and then I just sort of back away. I can't carry anything. That's crazy. The idea of carrying stuff is insane. What am I, a bag? What am I, a fucking bag? Am I just a walking handbag? You're like getting crazy. But the show was great. Who did we have? So I went up. I bought a bunch of wacky shit for the stage. I had this big thing planned with someone from the crowd, and I brought him up on stage. Remember, we had like a little duo thing, and then I didn't talk to him once for 15 minutes. He just sort of stood there.
Wait, did you plan that? Or
No. Oh. The plan was we had a book of sick jokes, and the plan was for him to read some of them sick jokes, and I would play the thing. Right. Well, he reads the sick jokes, but I got distracted. But the viral.
You got distracted.
Yeah, but also it was funny because the first 10 minutes of the show were like a lot of like, oh, this is weird and awkward and nothing was happening. But it's also my show, so I don't care.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as bombing when it's your show completely. It's my whole universe.
Yeah.
So if people aren't laughing, I don't care. I'm here to have a good time. So the first 10 minutes were kind of ropey, but then slowly people started to get on board with like, oh, this is a shit show. This is weird.
Yeah.
We had Marcus Monroe, who is a professional juggler who does stand-up. I don't know how he made the leap, but I know him through the cellar. So he came down and he was juggling knives. By the way, no one knew he was juggling knives. He just said, I'm going to bring a bunch of wacky shit with me. And I was like, cool, whatever. And then he's like, here's the thing too about the show. We always have like a weird trippy lighting. That's which we've learned about the show. It's like the lighting is crucial.
The lighting
to the
was
show.
Great this time.
The lighting's crucial to the show.
Yeah.
It's genuinely, without the lighting, we're fucked. You're fucked without the lighting. It's a vibe, bro. We're vibing out here on shrooms, and I'm about to do some child molestation jokes while you're all on shrooms.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that might have been one of the funniest things of the whole night was when I went, guys, all jokes aside, age of consent's a bit fucked up. It's a bit high. We need to lower the age of consent.
And you're like, all right, moving on.
No, I'm not joking, folks. It's just like, what the fuck? Just ruining people's love. Anyway, yeah. It's a lot of fun. Here's another thing about me on shrooms, though. I need to try to figure out more. Because there's the shroom goblins, right? You got these little shroom fairies. So, you know, Tim Butterly, he's the shroom king. He's fried his brain. He's fucked. He'll never be happy again without drugs because he's just done so much that he'll never be able to smile through from like the joys of natural chemistry. You know, he can only inject happiness as he's done. So there is a limit to how much he can do. I wonder if I've fried myself because like I'm so depressed these days. I wonder if it's from all the drugs just fucking sucking out all my natural ability to produce shroomies.
Maybe.
Maybe. Who knows? But Tim's wife, Mary Jo, and then also Danny Dubs, his wife, I've forgotten her name right now, but the two of them, nice little beautiful ladies, but they're both little small ladies, and they're both very good, like psychonauts, I guess, on shrooms, whatever. They're always doing shrooms and shit, but like they're like the type of people you need when you're on shrooms. These two little fairies just show up like Tinkerbell. And they're like, oh, everything's fine. They're all just like they're both just like very motherly, good. They're good vibes around when you're freaking out in the depths of the acid trip, you know? Yeah. Like everything's spooky and scary and stuff. And the next thing you know, they'll come up and go, oh, no, everything's good. And you're like, the shroom fairy showed up and cured my fucking anxiety right now. Yes. But I need to be more like that shaman style. I'm on shrooms. I should be like, hey, guys, peace and love, shrooms, guys. But I think I'm more like, the shroom ogre.
Did you give an all-time rant on, like, how
comedians don't
care about the audience, dude? Dude, we were crying.
I heard you guys laughing. All the comedians at the back were laughing. Yeah. I go, we don't respect you.
You go, these comics would give up all your lives for 45 views.
No problem, man. Dude, if you think you're worth more than 45 views, we don't respect you. That's another good clip. Me just telling them that comedians, your favorite comedians, do not respect you. Even when you laugh, we think you're an idiot because it's just ding-a-ling-a-ling, formula.
Yeah, you go, we come out with these, we put these smiles on, and you guys laugh because you're fucking monkeys. And I I was like, dude.
Is your mic on? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on.
Yeah.
I was like, he's on shrooms, dude.
And I'm just like
And
telling them.
I get like that too. I get it though. You get angry, like you're like, fuck you.
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is the thing about someone taught me about this, doing the shrooms and the acid trips or whatever. And I have had moments of over the years that you outgrow of this super like ethic, changes your ethics of the shrooms where you're like, oh, you know what? We're all one and we should be nice. And there's no need we're in no hurry. You don't need more stuff. This constant need for consumption is like killing us and all this type of stuff. And then after a couple of days, though, you slowly get back to the point where you're just screaming at some bitch on the subway going, get out of the way, you know? But some people have actually had epiphanies from hallucinogenics where they go, oh no, life is short. You need to stick up for yourself and be an angry cunt all the time. That's what people have come out of it. Like people like Ari and all these other people, they go, oh no, if you're an idiot, I'm telling you you're an idiot. This is the epiphany. I'm right all the time. That's how life should be, and I'm constantly telling you you're a piece of shit human. That's what they come out of it on. So you do kind of figure. But if I'm not the go-to. Like if someone's on shrooms and they need help, they're not gonna scurry up to me and be like, "Oh man, I'm freaking out," because I'm like, Shrek.
Yeah, literally.
I've really got a Shrek vibe to me. Just bouncing, knocking things over in my big stupid fucking
mumbling with your fucking brogue. No one can understand you. You're just scurrying around.
Yeah, I'm just knocking shit over in my fucking ringmaster costume. Ah! It was a great show. Great show. So Marcus goes up. By the way, so he wants the lights on regular because he wants people to be able to see. He wants to be able to see the knives that he is. By the way, there was also like he never told the stand that he's juggling knives because it was like there is an insurance issue with it. Mm-hmm. They must be soft enough. They're not like machetes. It's not like samurai sword, Kill Bill, take your hand off. Because he dropped one at one point and caught it, and I think it's kind of like more like juggling butter knives.
Yeah.
Like sure, it might be blunt and it'll hit you, but it's not.
Right.
He's not sharpening that stuff with a fucking oil stone.
No, I cut an apple, but I don't know.
Yeah, you can rip an apple with your hand. It's an apple's not.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I don't think if he smashed you in the arm with it, I don't think it's more like a bruise.
Yeah.
Whatever, because he was juggling and then it got caught in one of his things and it fell. But genuinely watching it, I was like, woohoo, and I was kind of hoping someone was gonna get hurt. But that's like my MO is always hoping that people get hurt. That's like my thing. My vibe is like, I hope someone gets hurt in front of me. I'm just saying, I've seen someone get hit. Some guy on a motorbike got hit outside this door one day, and it was like fun to see him.
Yeah. Because
I was there to see, because like, I had nothing to do with it. He was going to get hit no matter what, so you'd rather watch that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like a shooting star or something. You have no effect over it. But I'd rather watch it than not watch it. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's the same with some black guy. He got hit on a moped. I'd rather see it's that time of the week.
Yeah, it's good.
It's once every 4 days.
Once every 27 years, it comes around.
Yeah. So Marcus was great. Adam Gilbert went up. Little guy. That was his whole trick. Adam Gilbert goes up. But Adam was on a lot of shrooms, which not a lot of shrooms, but a lot of shrooms compared to his like fucking the amount of blood he has. You know? Do you ever question that stuff about like how much blood is in the human body?
Yeah.
His is different, so I guess it like
right.
On average.
It's different, yeah.
That also means then there's a guy out there who has twice as much blood as him. If the average is that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never thought about that. Do little people die pretty easy because, like, if they lose too much blood, their percentage of blood?
Yeah, they have the highest blood alcohol, like when they drink.
Yeah. Adam Gilbert told me that he went out and did a shot of schnapps and had to go get stomach pumped or something.
Right. Yeah, that's like a full. A full fifth of vodka.
Dude, he did a Boilermaker. He had a fucking beer and a shot and a fucking. So Adam was out there go woo, which is so funny too because we organized a lot of this stuff on the fly, and he was like, don't wear the jacket. By the way, Dave also comes up because Dave's out of his head on shrooms and goes, dude. What you got to do is you got to pretend that he's you, and he shrunk. And now he's gonna do the act as you, but he's shrunk. And I was like, not right now, Dave. And you're like, just walking around like an idiot.
In my head, I go, dude, this is
I gotta
the most,
tell him.
I
Yeah.
have to.
Let me just suggest one of the hardest improvised things at the last second. Like,
Yeah, but you get that in your head. That's the sickest idea of all time.
I guess we could get him to play me, but I've shrunk.
Right, that's funny.
Especially if I could do some sort of a spin around and then he pops out from the.
The jacket falls.
Yeah. Personally, I thought of one thing that might be the best one ever. So so Midnight Circus. All right, what else did we have? We also had Derek Drescher and Gio Perez. So they hit me up, and this is what, if you're a comedian and you want to do the show, hit me up, but suggest something good. So Gio Perez hit me up and goes, I want to do a conjoined twins thing with me and Derek. And I go, great. I go, but you gotta have an act. You can't just be going up there as conjoined twins and that's it. You gotta have like jokes written about the conjoined twins thing. It's gotta be a performance. It can't just be whatever. And then they're like, great. Day of, by the way, couldn't get conjoined twins costumes in time. We're both gonna go as convicts. Like, so they wore the black and white fucking stripe thing. And we'd be joined together. So we're conjoined twins. And I was like, well, it's not the same thing at all. But okay, let's see how much this. Already, I'm like, all right, this already is just going in the wrong direction. And then they go up, right? Gio's, by the way, fried at the best of times. Gio's on a bunch of shrooms, so he's kind of just looking at shit. Derek's there. He hasn't had a drink in 20 years. He's too sober. You know when some people get too sober? And they had like 2 jokes about the conjoined things. And then they were like, so anyone here ever been to jail? So that's the issue with these things. But here's the thing is, dude, there's a certain type of person that can really cover their bases, do 15 minutes of that type of shit. Sam Talon, when we did it at Skankfest, he told spooky stories for 20 minutes, just improvised on the room. And it was like, great, go do your thing. Gio and Derek need their jokes. So I'll say that next time I'm booking people. I go, look, you can't just like hopefully talk to the audience for the whole show. You got to figure out a thing, but it's still fun to see them. Yeah. So Derek did that. Jordan Jensen crushed. This is also kind of what I'm figuring out for the show is that like the last act should kind of be almost like a headliner stand-up act, and they close out the show. Because like Sean Patton closed out the last one, was perfect.
Great.
Jordan was great this one.
Big J, great.
Big J was great. Yeah. And that's just how we're gonna do it, I think, in future. But they gotta be you can't just have fucking Joe List show up and tell his jokes. There's gotta be a sort of a fucking vibe to it. Ideally, too, it's like I don't want people are like, yo, book these type of people. Like, you know, people who are already weird. Sure, Jamar Neighbors and stuff like that, who's already weird. I could do that. That would be fun. But I would rather have someone like fucking Joe List who does something weird and out of his element. Right. And like, that's the funny thing.
Yeah.
But Joe List goes up and dresses as a banana or something and sings a song. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I'd rather have someone like that kind of do weird shit. So Midnight Circus, I've never done that and I'm more proud of. Every show has been great. I think the next one is going to be legit. Yeah. Because I'm going nuts on the next one. The next one's we're going nuts.
Any teasers? Anything?
It's all I'm saying is it's going to be it's a themed show. It's the first themed show, decorations wise. So, like, the goal is to try bring it up to a more of a, like, you know, submersive, trippy show. So, like, the lighting's going to get more intense. The design of the show is going to be intense. And the goal, it's going to be a theme. And I'm also going to have people that aren't just comedians doing stuff. I'm going to have more sort of random people in there. It's going to be a lot of fun. But it won't be till, like, April. Well, maybe March if I want, but it's gonna be back at the stand. It's gonna be a midweek, Sunday through Thursday, so I can get the comics that I want to get, and it's gonna be fucking crazy. So don't miss it, folks. Do not miss Midnight Circus if you get a chance. And I do think that one day this is a vision that I was thinking of. This is I would like to do like a play, like a Midnight Circus, almost like an improvised play at one point, where it's like I don't know how to figure it out, but there'll be a main character. Maybe it'll be me, but I won't know like the course of the play. But it's like there will be people there to keep the episode going, if that makes sense. So let's say I go up or whatever, and then I read out a thing. It's like you got to go to the forest or whatever, and then they like a prop comes up, and then suddenly I meet someone like Big J, and then whatever that section of the shit, they have that organized. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it's like an interactive play that goes on for the whole show. Like there's actual theme and an arc to the story, but I don't know the story, and all the actors do, sort of a thing. All the comics that do something like that, you know?
Yeah, I love that.
Something crazy like that. That's the fucking goal. Yeah, I'd also like to do some sort of a game show night. Would be a crazy one to show up, and then there's like 2 teams, and there's like a fucking judge and a buzzer, and it's like a crazy game show thing. That'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, there's never enough. The options are limitless. All-time best guests I would like Dave Attell, perfect, Reggie Watts does the music, you know, like this sort of like interactive music stuff like that. That'd be perfect too. And then I would also like a bunch of children to dance. That would be pretty sick. There's something about 15 kids like it's like fucked up, you know. They all do backflips like one of those America's Got Talent groups, you know. Where they just some guy like the Jabberwockies, some children Jabberwockies. Is that if that's what they go by? Is that what they're called? Young Jabberwockies are Jabberwockies, or is Jabberwockies like did they grow into that? No, the way like a lamb becomes a sheep. Yeah, is whatever. So the Midnight Circus is the fucking one. It's the future. What did you think from your point of view? You were shroomed up.
It was perfect, dude.
It was. What we didn't say is at one point. So I have this fucking xylophone with me.
Yeah.
And whatever happened is I accidentally knocked over the microphone and it fell into the crowd, and then I stood on it and it flew back up and I caught it.
Yeah, it was crazy.
And the crowd went nuts.
Well, it was at a part of the show too where it was like a little bit of a lull, and then I was like, I don't know what's going on right now. Then I just see you fucking shroomed out of your head, knock the mic stand over, going directly towards a lady's head in the front row.
Nah. And I caught it.
And then
came back up.
It came up perfectly. Everyone went nuts, dude.
I didn't mean to do it at all.
Dude, it was unreal.
It was like
it's something only you could do on shrooms.
It was like a fucking Elvis moment where you're like, whoa, ooh. Yeah, I do think bringing that guy Steven up and then never talking to him might have been the all-time, but that wasn't intentional. That was just
so funny though.
But I could have done another 15 minutes up there, but then it's like, the show's got to go on. That's why I stopped booking so many comics too, because I know the most fun is just getting lost up there and doing stupid shit.
You did like 25 or something?
I did about 20 up front, yeah. And then I did a little bit of time up in between all the acts too, so whatever. But it was just a lot of fun. Doing stuff. I will say this for the next one. Guarantee you, there's a costume prize, best dressed costume prize. What would you call that? Best dressed.
Yeah.
There's a best dressed competition.
Yeah.
We're gonna give away what's like a good amount? 200.
Oh yeah.
Do you think 200 is enough to get people to like? Oh, I'm gonna come out and dress up.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So at least 200 on the next one, best dressed. And I just don't know should I make everyone dress up in a certain thing?
Should be a theme, yeah.
Match the theme,
yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so then the next one, it will be a theme, and I'll do a best dress, because that's what I want to start getting the audience to start fucking going crazy for. I want the audience to be more like excited for it and wearing stupid shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that will definitely be on the next one. So, get tickets while you can, because there's only going to be a few of these per year, and I promise you, I need to find my Mark Cuban type of a guy. Mm-hmm. I need to find someone who goes, oh, I'm the guy who fucking founded Stomp. I'm the one who found Stomp when it was just a shitty little show in the basement of the Stand, and then I turned it into like a thing. It won't be an every night Broadway show, but like I do think with the right person behind me, we could be doing the Gramercy pretty soon.
Yeah.
I genuinely do think people need to figure out how good this show is. It's like 3 times a year. It's the trippiest show of all time. It's the funniest comedians in the world. It's also one of the best shit. And the bigger the shows, the bigger the budget, which means the bigger the acts. So it's only going to be a matter of time before it's literally going to be fucking, no one crazy.
No, but like illusionists and shit.
Illusionists.
Crazy big comedy acts. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe like a singer from like the 80s, You
You have Attell bringing back out the illusionist at the end or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what was
shit
the, like Paula Abdul?
Mhm.
I think I could hire her.
Yeah.
Imagine Paula Abdul sings a song.
I'd be like, where am I? What year am I in?
That's also
Like,
part
okay.
of the show is this where I go, guys, you're going to see 6 stinks tonight. One of them's going to stink. Make no mistake about it. But that's part of the fucking, it's actually one of the most memorable shit.
It's the best.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't wait, dude. I've looked, so I just need to find a team behind me.
Genuinely, it is so much fun. And if you can do mushrooms, for sure do it because it
Helps the whole show.
It helps literally the whole show. It helps.
If you're not shroomed up, because I
the
felt
acts,
bad
yeah.
then, because a lot of people bought tickets who are just walking around going, fuck it, it's a Saturday night. And then they're like, hey, just so you know, it's a weird show. And I do want the show to be like enjoyable to people who just walk in off the street.
Mhm.
But it is a little bit, you gotta really go in with like a grain of salt and go, look, it's weird.
Yeah.
All the acts are doing weird shit.
The goal eventually would just be have people come out that know exactly what it is.
The goal-
They're all shroomed up. They're like hardcore.
Yeah, the goal will be for sure that people go, this is my 4th time going. I'm dressing up. I'm on the shrooms. I remember this time. The lineup is secret so that people just buy the tickets expecting it to be good. And they also know how it is and there's going to be stuff. And then, yeah, next time we're going to have we're going to have fucking merch and stuff for people to buy because all the posters that we keep designing are incredible and people want to buy the posters. But I'm too slow to get the posters made. By the time the show shows up, I can't get them printed up because I'm just an idiot. So this time I'm going to have the posters there so people can actually have something to take with them. It's going to be a lot of fun. Midnight Circus. Keep an eye out for it because they will hit its peak at one point. Like it will just be a thing where I'm not doing any more of these. It's a lot. 3 a year, I think, is a lot, and that's not going to be 3 a year for the next 10 years of my life. It's going to be 3 a year for the next 2 years, and then I'll bring back one final hurrah goodbye 10-year anniversary.
Yeah.
See who's still alive. Yes. Also, so catch me on the road. Also, if you guys are on Patreon, you get yourself an extra episode every single week. And I already announced the news. This is the plan for the Patreon. We are going to do a Black Friday sale. So while all these dumb minorities are punching each other in the face for a TV, TVs are like $200, by the way. TVs are like the cheapest fucking thing. You just avoid the physical altercation and just buy a TV for $400.
Yeah.
All right. Certain stuff, yeah, you should fight over it, but the TVs are cheap, you know. What other good Black Friday sales are there?
You can just loot that on a
bit of
regular
looting,
day.
it's not bad.
Just do that on a regular
Have you ever
day.
been involved in a little bit of looting?
No.
No, me neither. But we did do some looting. We did. I guess you could call it. It depends what the looting is. What's the definition of looting versus just breaking and entry.
Yeah.
Like I don't know exactly. Find out the definition of looting. Well, it wasn't quite a loot. I was a little looting. No, it was more of a. We just beat up a CVS security guard and stole some condoms. But we used to do that. We used to just fucking snatch and run like in 7-Elevens. We called them snatch and runs. Your Honor, it was a snatch and run, not a loot. What's the definition of a loot? Like, is it like when a city, you can't technically be a city unless you have a hospital? So is that like a loot that doesn't count unless it's all black people?
Yeah, it says.
It can only be a looting if it's all blacks for some reason. Sorry, that's not me. That's the media. That's the Jews that run the fucking media being racist.
Yeah, so stealing goods from a place.
I like that we're pre-recording this too, by the way. We're pre-recording this by like a week and a half, so I can't believe they finally wiped out Gaza, huh?
Probably a lot of looting, looting going on there.
Yeah, I'm investing in the real estate. So Gaza is Southern Gaza. That's going to be the new luxury apartments. No Gaza, Northern Gaza. No Gaza.
Nice. I like that.
It's retirement home. Noga, yeah.
Soga.
Noga, Soga,
yeah.
Toga. I'm telling you, that's going to be prime real estate. 2 hours south of Tel Aviv, overlooking the water, overlooking the military ships.
Yeah.
Just ancient burial ground of the Pallies, dude. You're getting haunted by some Palestinian babies. Make no mistake about it, but I don't care. Fuck them. You know?
Yeah.
Isn't it interesting that they both don't eat pork? Don't you think that should be like not the case? They've more in common than they have against each other.
For sure.
Whatever. They don't want to hear that. They don't like to believe that. They don't understand that they actually are the Jews and the Pallies, the Zions and the Pallies are closer than you think.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
One of them are animals and the other ones are Zions, but whatever. I'm kidding. I'm Team Pally. Team Pally all day. Okay. Oh, you're not? Are you not Team Pally?
Dude, I don't know, man.
You've been hanging out with some fucking crook noses?
I just don't care.
That's fair.
You know?
I
truly don't care.
No, you got to pick a team.
I don't care.
What's the over-under on the fucking... All right, you got to pick a team. That's just the end of the day. You got to pick a team. Whether you're right or wrong, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I picked fucking Team America with the Iraq War. I regret that. So now I'm not. I fucked up that one, dude. I should have known. All right. So is there a definition of a looting?
Yeah, it's stealing goods from a place, but typically during a war or riot. So I guess it's
during a riot.
Yeah, war or riot.
See, this is all these problems. These are like we need it to be scientific with these words like champagne.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's only looting if it's in a black neighborhood after a minority gets shot by a cop. That's when it's looting. But if it's, you know, if it's a lawyer
embezzling millions from his clients,
it's fine.
It's
not looting at all. Yes, of course. The blue collar crime versus white collar crime is
it is funny because I guess
the disparity is wild in this country. That in every country in the world, where it's like you stick a knife to a fucking grandmother's neck and take $5 off her, whatever. But if you like just sell fucking those blue chips or whatever, the yellow the pink slips like in Wolf of Wall Street, it's just like, yeah, you're fine, don't worry about it. Don't worry about that. No one really hurt. It's just invisible money.
Yeah, if you steal a $200 fucking LG from Best Buy,
yeah,
5 years, but
yeah,
you know,
yeah. So Black Friday sale, we are bringing back. We're gonna lower the Patreon tier to $1. Limited time only. I don't know exactly when the time will be, but it will be a limited amount of people. If realistically what's happened is the Everton's just getting out of control with the prices. And I do feel like what's happening now too is I'm on the road. So I'm on the road so much now that can kind of actually subsidize the price. Back when I set up the studio, I had $1 tier and I had to get rid of it to $5 so that I could afford the studio. Now, 2 years of having the studio, we've had a lot of big guests in, things have been good. My profile's brought up now. The studio is not necessarily needed anymore, so there's probably more than likely I'm going to get rid of the studio. It's downsize, record in the apartment. So just record straight from the bed. Just in the bed, me and fucking Bobby Clontiff. Remember the chick who like sucked off Drake? Oh yeah. Whatever happened to her? But like that's why I'm just not recording in the bed like that with Drake. So that's what people are always like. Why don't you record with Drake in your bed? I go, yeah, good idea. So it's $1. So Black Friday, it's gonna be limited. So get in there early, and then you'll be grandfathered in. We're also doing a thing now, which I need to get rid of actually until. By the time you see this, it'll be back again. But you could get a 12-month membership for. You can save yourself 2 months, so whatever that is, 2/12, whatever that percentage is of the thing. So buy 10 months, you get 2 months free. It's only $1. So what you'll do is you get an extra audio episode a week. If there's video, I'm also taking away the video for the Patreon. It's an extra. If I can do video, I will do video. But the truth is, when I'm on the road and I want to do these Patreon episodes in a hotel, bringing cameras, all that type of shit is a pain in my ass. So the dollar's coming, folks. And here's the thing is, like, I talk to most of the fans. Everyone that comes out to the shows, they go, look, to be honest, man, times are tough. I'm from Indiana. And that's all they need to say. They don't need to say anything about anything else. They just go, hey, man, I'm from Indiana. And I go, you're right. I didn't think of it like that. I forgot. No other explanation needed. But I'd rather have the people, because I know for the people that I meet, they're missing teeth. They've got tattoos on their faces. They don't have any jobs. They've got kids who, they're not going to have good lives. And these guys are like, they can't afford the $5. And everywhere I turn, I'm getting ass fucked. Everywhere you turn, Netflix is going up through the roof. Things are different. Everywhere you turn, I know I heard Bird talk about this the other day, but it's true. Everywhere you turn, it's like there's a burger and then the sides are extra. Everywhere you turn, you're just getting clapped. Cheeks are getting clapped constantly. And I don't want to be a part of that. Now that I can subsidize it, come catch me on the road, though. Don't be crazy. I'm not going to charge the fuck out of you on the road. I'm the most expensive tickets on the road. But my Patreon's gone back down to $1. So next week, but this episode should come out next week. We're gonna have Black Friday sale. Head over there. You'll get an episode every single week. Also, what we have been doing, which I'm not doing anymore, Big Tech can go suck my dick. We were editing episodes. We're taking out the curse words in the first 10 minutes. Also, anything that was really heavy subjects, we were editing out so that you would get them on Patreon. But I don't like doing that. I don't like Big Tech controlling whatever the fuck we want to say. It's also, if you can't accept curses, you're gay, fuck off. Like, grow up. Grow the fuck up and learn some bad language, will you? So I don't know if we'll still do extra early, but again, it's going down to $1 and you get an extra episode a week and it's audio only. Also, it should be audio only. I think it's kind of psychotic if you're looking at someone on through a screen. Like, it's just kind of nuts. It's just like there's no real benefit to it at all. Like, I understand playing YouTube in the background while you're walking around, but I don't want to watch it, So get your fucking credit cards ready, folks, for Black Friday. Now, there's a good chance that I will lose every single thing I have here. But again, it doesn't matter. I'm on the road. I'm making road money, subsidizing this stuff. And so that's all I want to say. So head over to patreon.com on Friday, Black Friday, whatever day that is. What's that, the 26th of November? Friday the 26th or something like that? Roughly like that. So what can you get for $1? Can you even get a hamburger at McDonald's for $1? Can you even get a hamburger at McDonald's for $1 anymore? Where's the dollar menu gone? That's gone? Dude. So that's what we should call it, the dollar saver menu. The dollar saver menu. Or just the inflation buster. But it's limited. I'm not made of money here, folks. We'll get you for the first 28,000 people. and it's capped. 28,000 and not one more. Realistically, if I had 28,000, it should be 50 cents. it should be going down. Not like some of these other fellas. Suddenly have all the money in the world. Now they're charging more. It's crazy. It's the opposite. It should be when you have nothing, you need to charge people a lot. Oh, there's also a new producer section where at the end of the show, we're going to run the credits. And if you're a part of the one of the higher tiers, you get your name in lights. You're an official producer. The rest of the people are the fans that help. They're the backbone of the show. But it's it's the money makers out there. The guys that have the 401ks. The guys that really, does $50 mean a lot to you? Because it means a lot to me. So if you're in a situation that if you lost $50, you wouldn't even notice it, send me the $50 and then we can put your name at the end of the episode in credits for the whole month. For the whole month, you get a dun 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 dun. Jim touches little kid 69 producer, official producer, or you get those names where people created all those silly names for history hyenas and then they never change them back. So sometimes I'll just get people show up on Patreon, and it'll just be called like Sticky Chrissy Licks It or whatever. You know? Sticky Chrissy Licks It. What a world we live in. So yeah. All right. Well, what time are we at, by the way? 45. It's I ate a bunch of. I've been eating Skittles a lot. Ever since what? Here's the thing: is ever since I found out it gives you cancer, I can't get away from it. I just cannot get away from the cancerous Skittles. I love cancer.
They literally just like banned them.
I know. I can't get off. I'm fucked. I don't know what it is about me and the way my brain works but it's like I did sober October, right? I did 20 something days, which it's enough to get over the hump. Started on the 2nd, ended on the fucking 28th or something like that. So whatever. I did sober October, and then I've drank every single night since. It's like there's something about it where it's like you know, you're in for a penny, in for a pound type of a scenario. That's my mentality of like, I just have this, it's a sickness within my soul of like, you might as well. No, not even like that, but yes, but like, it's like if you're out drinking and you go, fuck it, I might as well stay all night. Or like if you're having a cheat meal, if you're like, fuck it, I'm gonna order some food. You go get the side of the fucking garlic nuts, get the stuffed cheese, get the fucking can of Pepsi, get the Skittles. You go like I'm all a real binger. So I've been eating Skittles. I found apparently Skittles give you cancer. Well, they don't give you cancer. But also, what the fuck is going on in America where there's just Skittles are allowed everywhere, and then just let the New Yorkers get cancer. As far as I know, it's like they just haven't proved that it doesn't give you cancer. That's the issue. So in order for them to be an okay ingredient, it's just the food dye in the red Skittles. Apparently it may give you cancer, and they have to prove that it doesn't. So apparently every time you create something new, like a new food, you got to prove that it doesn't give you cancer. Which again is surely a lot of these foods give you cancer then. If Skittles aren't the only one using the cancer food dye, every company is just going, let's give it. What if it tastes good too? What if they get rid of the cancer and then it's like Skittles aren't good, doesn't taste good anymore? But surely what's happening, they're all doing it. The FDA are fucking paid for all this type of shit. The FDA don't give a fuck about any of this stuff. But I can't believe that it's only California doing it. But they've given them a couple of years to recall the thing. They said, by the way, you've got till 2025 to fix the recipe. In the meantime, everyone's allowed to get cancer.
Yeah. So
yeah. You read it? Do you read up on it?
Yeah, the loss. So it's over titanium dioxide, which is like for use for color in the Skittles. Apparently, the FDA did studies on it in the 60s that said that as long as it's not over 1% of the food's weight, it's safe to consume.
Okay.
But they did studies.
No one trusts the FDA, though.
Yeah, they did studies in 2015 and 2017 that say that they missed in the studies from the 60s that it can be absorbed into the blood through the intestines, and it's been shown to have increased risk of intestinal inflammation, cancer, and damage to the immune system. But
also, here's the thing. They're going by us. This is the problem with all these big companies.
It's 1960s.
Dude, 1960 science, they thought there was like 4 planets back then. Yeah. They're like, it's like you, if you could compare the actual, the stuff that they believed back then in science. By the way, if all this stuff wasn't there, I'd believe that there's like a fucking monkey in the world throwing the sun past us. Like, I don't. Yeah. Some people have this kind of like an air of arrogance. Could you believe that they believed this back then? You go, what did you prove? Fucking June. How did you know the speed of light? What are you talking about? How do you even prove the speed of light? Like, what do you genuinely? What's even the beginning of a science? You turn on the light and time it. Like, how could you possibly know? What what's the? How do they know? But I just think, but there is an arrogance of where you go, could you, they thought America was India. You go, well, I don't know.
Yeah, just because you're from now doesn't mean you're smarter.
No.
You know what I mean? You just have the advantage of knowing what other
the
people
information is
out.
there, but it's like, people do carry themselves with a bit of a arrogance, you know?
Yes.
Did you ever hear about the thing about the taste on the tongue? Were you taught that in school about the different parts of your tongue taste different things?
Yeah, that's
not true.
horseshit.
But that was science for a long time. Some guy just said that in the 1920s, and then they were like, "Sure, sounds about right." And then someone was like, "No, like obviously not. I'm right here.
I can taste the Sour Patch.
I can prove it right now." Yeah. And then they were just like, "Oh, I guess that wasn't the case." All right. But also, I saw Tim Dillon said that apparently, and this is real fucked up. This is the way that makes sense, though. If I saw a thing, Moderna or one of the big fucking vaccine companies, their sales are down a lot, right? Obviously, huge big peak. Now it's down. So Moderna's down 30-40%. So it makes sense. I was thinking myself, if I was in Moderna, I had a lot of stock in Moderna. I'd go, yeah, what are we doing? I'd be mad that people aren't taking COVID seriously. I'd be like, guys, we got to get vaccine here because it's in your benefit to do it. And you go, well, how do I do that? Then you go, fucking publish an article. Find someone to write an article that says they need my product because I'm losing money here, folks. I'm building a super yacht in Monaco. All right. I got a prostitute at the Cannes Film Festival pregnant, and I had to pay a guy to kill her. So I'm in the weeds right now. So we're getting the fucking vaccine money back. So it makes sense to lie through all this type of stuff. Oh, but Tim was saying about how apparently there was like pseudoscience about how kids can have false memories. There's a thing about kids can make shit up as children, and it's like just a sensation. And it was a lot of the time it was to say that they weren't molested. Right. They're like, no. You've got false memories. You're mistaken what you remember. And then it turns out that the leading publishers of all those papers were pedophiles. Some guy was like, oh, I have a great idea. Why don't I just change the science so that all my victims are liars? And then I create an institute called the fucking Forgetful Children Institute. And then he's raping them all. See?
Yeah, they created
it makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
like
I heard about this.
It's the same with this Skittle food. I don't even know who owns Skittles. Who is it?
Mars.
Fucking motherfuckers. Fucking Mars. Yeah, so they're killing these fucking... But also, that's a 1960s study that they're just like, no, it's fine. It's like, they had no idea.
They were still hosing down black people in Alabama.
They were walking in these white things going, nah.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to cure gay. Right. I'm trying to cure gay. Yeah. They're out there going like that. Fucking. There's a guy mixing in a lab, mixing shit, and he hears Elvis, and he's like, fucking black music. How dare you trust your hips of the kids, Elvis? Yeah. But again, this big company goes, fuck, this has been bubbling in a long time because this Skittles shit has been known for a long time. The red Skittles gives you cancer.
Yeah, red dye.
That's been around forever.
Yeah, of course.
It's been around forever, this stuff.
Yep.
But ever since I found out about it, I'm telling you, I'm nibbling these Skittles, dude. I can't get off them. I love Skittles. I'm a big Skits guy.
They're so good.
They're my go-to. I actually don't go for the originals. I tend to go for the mixed up flavors.
Tropical?
Yeah, whatever. I don't even know them. Yeah, but that's what I do. But I've been getting way too fucking slobbish lately. It's like every night, home, weed pen.
You look like shit, man.
Thanks, dude. But every night, it's been coming home, weed pen, just a bunch of fucking fast food and like junk food on my chest. And I'm just watching Ricky Gervais TV shows. And I'm just pigging out. What happened was the injury fucked everything. We had a good year ahead of us. We were doing our slurp club on the Monday morning slurp club. I had that rib injury, which fucked everything up. And then once that healed, I did a flip at Skankfest, landed on someone's knee, like broke my rib pretty much for like a month. And now I'm back to just not doing anything. But I'm back healthy, safe again. And I don't look good at all. Maybe. It's not been too bad. Did a lot of shrooms, which was fun. But again, there's something about the shrooms too. There's like almost like a cokeness to the shrooms where it's like you have a few and you're like, fuck it, let me see if I can keep pushing further. I don't know whatever that is, but I do have that kind of let's keep going further thing.
Same.
Where you go. And sometimes the devil can come out with the drinking when it just like it gets to the end of the night and you're just like, give me 6 shots. You just line up 6 shots where you go, I'm going to try end my life right now.
Yeah, because you don't get sleepy on them. You know what I mean?
On the shroomies?
Yeah, I don't know. I get maybe at the very, very end, but
I was just talking about just drinking.
Energy.
I'm just talking about
I know, and then you have the energy to drink. You're like, I want to keep going.
No, I like, yeah. Problem is everyone keeps dragging me out after these midnight circus shows. So here's the thing: is I'm stressed all week about the ticket sales. I'm stressed about the show because it's such a unorganized show. But that's part of the show. So you never know how it's going to happen. You never know how people are going to interpret it. You never know if the acts are going to do well. You don't know if the acts are going to show up. You don't know if you're going to sell any tickets. It's a whole fucking thing. I'm also on Shroom, so I'm dealing with the internal thing of going like that, like fighting myself about like
fucking nightmare.
I'm a psycho. Yeah. So then I do all the shrooms. I like by the end of it, I'm just like I want to do a bunch of shrooms and then go do like a 90-minute massage, forehand massage. That's the goal. Do a bunch of shrooms and then go get a forehand massage and just be like, because I get real body relaxation from the fucking shroomies. From the shroomies. All right, folks, look, that's the end of the episode. Make sure you check out Midnight Circus. We haven't been filming them either. Well, we have been, but we haven't been releasing them because I want it to be in the moment thing. But what we're going to do is for the next one, I'm going to put together like a montage of like the highlights of the show. So just don't miss it. And hopefully we're going to bring them around the country at some point too. Not too much, but I appreciate everyone coming out, making the show such a success. And I hope it keeps continuing to grow. And don't forget, on the Patreon, limited amount of $1 tier. You'll be grandfathered in. And then also we have the 12-month option to sign up. So that's it. Catch me on the road, columtyrrell.com. See you later, guys.